It's nice to see poetry play its part as a medium of knowledge or as a medium of to spread the message for those who seek help in disability. The story runs like something that one handicapped person tries to make a group and collect other handicapped people and make a group of their own and society of their own away from the normal society as we call it, which I thought was a very reactionary idea. That's not right. They are not separate people. They are a part of us. If they are handicapped by, maybe physically handicapped, but I see our what we call a normal society is handicapped by many other ways. Not only it's not only physical handicap, we are handicapped by emotionally, spiritually, and morally, and in so many ways we go through that kind of handicap. So that time I never thought I'll come to films. But when I came to films, that reminded me of that film. That was a very I don't call them very hearing impaired or visually impaired or visually handicapped, because that puts a tag of handicap in it. So I call a blind, which I think is very respectable and should be called. My friend Professor Rohit is there. I said, we call it andha. तो अंधा तो कोई बेचारा अंधा नहीं है, बेचारा मैं हूँ, अंधा वो होगा. So that's how we shared this thought between us, and he says, of course, I feel bad when somebody calls me visually handicapped, because the first tag of handicap in itself is not accepted. I'm blind, so I'm blind, yes. And I'm a respectable blind man. And he has a sense of humor, the way he plays around. There are a number of incidents with him and he teaches literature in a girls' college there. He has recently done the thesis on the playwright, on a famous playwright, Girish Karnad. So I mean, that kind of a people, I mean, why give them? So I brought in a blind man between the deaf, and whatever the blind man speaks, the deaf can't hear it. And the deaf makes signs which the blind man can't see. And yet they make the best of friends. That's humanity. That's a language of humanity. That's a language of your own tone, of your own spirit which goes across. And that's what makes one. And that's the role which I thought is important to play for everybody here. Everybody who knows these problems of life. Their problems or handicaps of life. For all of us. At one stage, I met Anil Mudgal in Bhopal. And then I met his students, his boys and girls, which he has been looking after them. With the name Arushi, he started a sanstha, an organization. I became a part of that. We are all volunteers. There is no president, there is no secretary, there is nothing. We all call ourselves volunteers. The only advantage which I have recently realized because of my baldness coming in and white here, they call me a senior volunteer. So which I think is very, very interesting and respectable. So I'm a senior volunteer and we got down to these posters which we started here. Now, I won't take very long. I will just brief you exactly what I've been doing and what we have all been working on. These posters came in a very interesting way. These are the boys in our Arushi organization in Bhopal, and hello, and lovely little moments between them speaks of a very vibrant life behind it. There's nothing to pity about it. There's nothing to feel really handicapped about it. So, on these photographs, I started making a remark, writing 2 lines, how the photograph expresses what is the thought of this boy. And there is nothing tragic about it. Now, for example, looking at his shadow, he has a problem with his leg. He doesn't walk straight. जिसे कहते हैं उनके लंगड़े को लंगड़ा मत कहो, लेकिन वो खुद ही कहता है, कहता है नहीं, I can walk but my shadow has broken its leg. Which I thought was very interesting. These kinds of getting down the stairs, he says, it is funny, the stairs are going up and I am going down. So it's just a sense of humor which builds a personality. Don't feel tragic about it. Build up this society around you so that you feel nice about it and you don't feel awkward in it. And it is that personality which we started bringing up of all those, whether children or grown up, that there should be pleasant presence of everybody there. And the entire motive of these posters is, if they can bring, by their action, by their remark, by their thought, if you see them, you go around this, and if they can bring a smile onto you, I think they have played their share. And I request you to play the same to them. If they have made you smile, please bring smile on their lips. That becomes due on you. You have to pay back.